What were you doing at that freak show? I wanted to help the owner, Jesus said. He's a good Christian man, no mortal sins, has always been faithful to his wife and donated what he could on Sunday. He needs some money to save his house. I joined a show to bring him crowds, but the worshipers never came. Jesus shrugged. You have to understand, even for me, there are things that are out of my hands. Coney Island is just so far away. Fucking A it is, I said and sipped my wine. What's that wedding ring all about? Jesus looked down at the ring on his finger and laughed. I'm revamping my image for the new dawn. People love a family man, so I started wearing the ring. Everyone is suspicious of bachelors. I shook my head. That'll never work. People have too many questions if they see you with that thing on. All right, he said. You don't like it. He stared at the ring for a minute or two, and poof, it was gone. I finished my sandwich. What did you mean when you said you could help me? Jesus thought a moment. James, Christianity has been around for a very long time. And with anything that's been around for a while, sometimes people tend to get bored with the faith. Other times the faith is racked with scandal and people turn against it. When this happens, it's my duty to employ people like you to help me advertise my services in an effort to build strength in numbers. Think of it as public relations. Are you familiar with the apostles? I nodded. What I want you to do is use your incredible writing talents to draft a New Testament and book of the Bible, focusing on my progressive and accepting nature towards homosexuality, which I will then have discovered. This discovery of a new book of the Bible will be a media juggernaut, drumming up positive publicity and interest in myself, which will in turn make me marketable to a broader base of people, reaching new audiences and triggering a steady increase in the number of Judeo-Christians. He went on and on. I lost interest in his reasoning. All I heard was juggernaut. Think about it, James, he said. Tens of millions will read your work. It will be studied and debated till the end of time. Why, my son, we can even call your testament the Book of Todd. I thought about it. Where does you helping me come in? I have resources, Jesus said. I shook my head. This sounds like my last job. I write something, you take the credit, I get paid, and no one knows I've done anything. I'm through with punch-up. It's not about the money. I offer you more than money, my son. I lit a cigarette. Yeah, well, I'm not interested in the kingdom of heaven either. Jesus smiled. Would a novel interest you, James? I exhaled. How do you mean? What is it you think I mean? It sounds like you're saying if I write this book of Todd for you, you'll get me a book deal. Jesus bowed his head. I'm talking about a deal with a major publisher here, Christ, with publicity and all that crap. Not some small-time bullshit Catholic Daughters press. I want to see the book on the shelf and reviews in the paper. You understand? Jesus bowed his head again. I put out my cigarette and eyeballed him. You can do all that? He threw his hands up. I'm Christ, he said. I smiled and leaned back in my chair. The Book of Todd. I like the sound of that. I looked down at my watch. It was almost 10. Shit, I said. They're about to draw the numbers. I jumped up and ran for the television, taking a seat in my easy chair and turning on the news. I was just in time. A blonde woman was standing over the number machine, gearing up to turn it on and pick the winners. Jesus was at my side. What is this, my son? It's the lotto. Watch, that blonde woman over there is going to pick numbered ping pong balls out of that machine. And if I have the number she picks on my tickets, I win $100 million. But James, said Jesus, I thought you said you didn't want money. I looked up at him. What the hell are you talking about? I said I didn't write for the money, and I don't. All I want out of writing is a novel on the shelf, pages with little words on them that I typed between two covers with my name on the front. I sipped my wine. I don't gamble for the money either. I gamble for the chance to win money. There's a difference. What will you do if you win? Anything I want, I guess. You'll still write the Book of Todd, won't you? I laughed and told Jesus to be quiet so I could listen to the drawing. Jesus clasped his hands under his chin and lowered his head. He looked like he was concentrating real hard on something. like when he made his ring disappear. Just then the numbers came up and the blonde was reading them off. I hadn't hit a single one on either ticket. Son of a bitch, I said. I looked up at Jesus. He was smiling to himself. Did you change the numbers? The world and its desires pass away, but the man who does the will of God lives forever. You must not give in to temptation, James. Don't give me that crap. Did you change the numbers on me or what? It does not matter, Jesus said. All that matters is what you believe, and whether you believe I changed the numbers or did not change the numbers, you must understand it was for your benefit. Oh, hell, I said. It was just a little gambling. I lit another cigarette. It's sad. So sad, said Jesus. Oh, it seems to me that sorry seems to be the hardest word. I laughed. Was that Elton John? Jesus smiled. You like Elton John? Of course. How could you not? I took a hit of my cig. You know what, Christ? You're starting to grow on me. Thank you.